That was a great night celebrating last year's championship. I was a little nervous going into the game that the guys would lose focus because of it, but man, they did a great job today for 60 minutes. From Matt to the defense to the offense, everybody was on all cylinders, and it was a complete game.
I assume you worried a little bit. You wanted to use that energy right away. If you didn't, the team could get deflated if Rochester comes out and scores the first 3 goals or something. So I would think that was,
important to get the first goal. Yeah, I mean, we got a great lead. I think it was 4-0 before they scored in the second quarter. So, all 3 games this year, we've been playing well. We've been getting better at each game, and to only allow 7, 6, and 3 games consecutive is impressive defensively. We just got to continue to do what we've been doing, and not rely on the past successes, and just move forward and prepare one game at a time.
What's allowed you to be so sharp in these first 3 games and kind of have the urgency that you didn't have at the start of last season?
Yeah, it's a tough question to answer. It's when you're not doing well, it's easy to say, oh, it's a championship hangover. Now we're doing well, and it's I don't know how to answer that question. I would say that I got to give credit to the guys on the team, all of them, and we have literally almost the same team back, and we have a great leadership group, and they do a great job of keeping the team focused, and it's pretty evident in the first 3 games that Matt's playing well, the defense is playing well, offense is playing well. To get off to such a fast start, it's almost worrisome that hopefully we're not peaking too soon, which I don't have a problem with. I think we can get even better. A lot of energy. He got 2 goals today. He's was excited to play, and in Buffalo, I thought he had a great game in Ottawa, and backed it up with an even better game here at home. So happy for him. He does a lot of little things right, sets a lot of picks, gets loose balls, and he's really good at chasing down guys in transition.
How special was it for you and your team to get that moment tonight, raising that banner in front of sold out fans?
Yeah, it's very special to do it in front of the fans, and it's all about them, and in front of our players, families, and friends. It's nice to share. We want to share the successes as much as possible.
John, I used to use the word timeless to describe your playing days. Now I'm going to take that and apply it to Matt, who hasn't lost a beat seemingly. That was as good a game as maybe I've ever seen him play here.
I tell you every time, Matt's in phenomenal shape, and he can play for as long as he wants on this team. And I'm not sure how old he is, but he seems like he's 25 at the peak of his career. So.
I've asked you about it before, but like you said, Matt, 42 years old, has a career high missed saves.
I think that was a record, Bandits record for saves. Did he get 61? Because I don't read stats very often, but I was here early in the building, earlier than usual, and I just happened to read the statistics, and I think Matt had 60 saves prior, and Sam's played in Chicago, and he was tied, and there was an opportunity there for Matt to get the save record. It was close, and I think he got 61 saves today. I hope he did. So that was a nice record. Worried about what?
At the end when you got hit on the head?
I was, because he was down for a little while, and when I watched the replay, it was obviously goalie interference, and I don't know if he was just trying to draw a 5 or whatnot, but I was a bit worried. The first minute I was good. The second, third minute I started asking questions on the bench. Hey, is he okay? He's not moving over there, but he's fine. And he's in phenomenal shape, so once he got up, I wasn't worried at all.
Obviously, you played for a while in the league yourself. Have you given Matt any tips as to how to keep this performance up?
This year, no, I haven't. I don't have to give him tips this year. In years past, you go up with ups and downs, and I would just, when you get up in age, not that I necessarily give him the tip, but for anybody that's doubting their ability, is when you're older and maybe you're struggling, people think you're washed up. When you're younger, you're just in a slump, right? You're 35, you're washed up. You're 25, it's a slump. So you have to be mentally strong and believe in yourself. And as long as you're contributing to something positive on the team, and the team wants you to be on the floor, that's positive. So you got to stick to the positives and believe in yourself, and you have to have a lot of confidence.
John, I don't know what you're going to read into this, but you played 180 minutes and you've been trailing for 6 of them. It's almost like you guys get a goal and say, okay, let's keep going. Is it, noticed that sort of hunger going?
You know, lacrosse is a lot like hockey in the sense it's easier to play with the lead, even though we have, you know, the ability to go on more runs than hockey, if you will. But when you have the lead and you're frustrating the team, they start getting out of their game plan, and all of a sudden they're falling into our game plan, and we start showing more success and having longer runs. That seems to be happening right now. We're defensively just covering everybody like a blanket, and when they get a shot, they're hitting bodies. The guys are soaking shots, and if they don't, then Matt's sitting there making a great save. So it's frustrating playing against our defense. We're trying to get teams out of their game plan, which seems to be working right now.
Steve,
Yep.
Steve told me at the start of the year he wanted to see Tohoga to kind of step up this year, have make bigger impact. I mean, it certainly seemed like he did that tonight. What have you thought about him, especially tonight, but also his first 3 games this year?
Toews has more of an impact than people think, because when you think of impact, a lot of people think how many points are you getting. Toews knows that there's Josh, there's Dane, there's Fraser, there's Buggy. He is willing to put his body on the line for other people constantly. If we run a play and it's for him and he thinks somebody else would have a better opportunity, he would tell us that. Where most guys are like, no, that play's for me, I'm not going to change it. He's willing to change the play to get somebody else open all the time. So he is about the team first. So his success is statistically probably has an upside because he's such a great player, but he does everything that we ask him to do. Set picks, get through the middle, loose balls, and he's so creative and sneaky around the net. Today he scored some incredible goals that are just fun to watch, and when he scores in any fashion, I'm always happy for him.
Not that you can do anything about the schedule, but it's been on again, off again
Yeah.
these last few weeks.
You know, we've handled it well, obviously. You know, in past years, the bye weeks haven't been too good to us, and for whatever reason. So I don't know if we're preparing a little bit better or what it is, but we seem to be a lot more focused going into these games after bye weeks. So I'm not minding them right now.
John, thoughts on Kyle Buchanan getting 1,000 loose balls in his career?
Well, I thought, man, he's catching up to me. He's an amazing player. It's loose ball, you know, he's a loose ball savant, and you know, he's so crafty out there, and you know, he's a family guy, and he loves his team, and you know, he is I'm not saying like the backbone of that offense, but man, when things are down, he has a way to bring that offense to life with his ground ball, second opportunity, slipping, getting those sneaky goals around the net, and he's a huge part of this team, and we're lucky to have him.
Coach, what adjustments did you make going forward offensively to help consistently get the guys to be able to cut through the crease and get inside? Because the first few moments, Rochester did a solid job being able to box you guys out and force you guys more out towards the perimeter.
Yeah, they like to put a lot of pressure on us, and they like to switch often. So we talked about getting through the middle and slipping our picks a lot more with speed, just causes confusion. Often when you slip the pick, draws 2 guys, or sometimes it doesn't draw anybody. It just causes confusion, and you know, just following the basic fundamentals: stealing, slipping, getting over the top. So it wasn't, you know, we had to make major adjustments. We're just a bit more patient and selective. It's hard to score 5-on-5 in lacrosse. We're not going to, you know, get great opportunities every possession. So sometimes, you know, it takes a few to get kind of into the rhythm of the game, and once the guys are in a rhythm, and they're tough to stop.
And also with Burn Aria hit over the bar for 300 careers.
With who?
Burn with 300 career assists.
Yes, 300 assists, yeah.
Yeah, he's been making a huge impact in the assist department this year. How have you felt about how he did this electric start from him early into the season?
Yeah, Josh is, you know, he's a franchise player. You know, MVP of the league last year. He's a triple threat. Like, he can do everything. He can score from the outside, score from the inside, and you know, he's a great passer as well. Sometimes he doesn't get enough credit for that. And also, he has the ability to get back on defense. But again, on that side of the floor, you know, he's kind of the leader on the lefties, and on the other side of the floor, we got Dane being a leader. So we have best of both worlds. So, you know, it's hard to cover so many people. And I like to say we like to attack by committee. When I don't know who's shooting the ball, that's great offense. If I can predict who's shooting it, usually you can cover that. So if they're going to draw a lot of attention to Josh, he'll accept that and just pass it off. And that's what seems to be happening. Teams are trying to shut him off and give him a lot of attention, and he realizes that, so he's making some good passes.